Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Laura of Laura Plans It, and today I am planning for the week of October 19th, 2020 in my MakseLife Horizontal Goal Setting Planner. Okay, so for those of you who've been following for a little while, you know that I use my MakseLife for task management. But if you follow me over on Instagram, you might have seen that I have recently decided to set up the Life Compass and goal setting for myself. Originally, this planner was meant as a behavioral journal and tracker for my son as he worked through his behavioral health journey. And as he is doing so much better, and as we've actually found a new therapist who has a very different recording style, this is kind of just sat empty. So since he did his compass on a printout from last year, I decided to fill it in this year. So I filled it in on October 14th. And I was shocked at my results, but only like moderately shocked. And here's why. As I said on Instagram, I am very balanced in most of my life. These two categories were flipped by accident, guys. I wasn't paying attention when I put them in. So my physical environment's a 4, my personal's a 6.5. But as you can see, it is relatively balanced all the way around. But there's nowhere that I really feel that I have excelled in my goal setting, and then just in general in these areas of life where I feel like I should be closer to an 8 or a 9 even in some of these categories. And taking the assessment here, which are the next few pages, you can see I had some areas in health and wellness where it was a 9 and others where it was a 1, and it averages out to 5.5. So yes, there's some areas within each category I thought I was doing great. There's other areas where I seriously struggled, and it just kind of averaged to eh. And I feel like my life has been recently. And I was kind of blaming COVID, to be honest. We're stuck at home. There's not a whole lot I can do. And that's a whole lot of baloney, let's be honest. So when I did that, I realized what I needed to do was start really using this planner as a way, basically for my behavioral health. And because when these areas for me are more fulfilled, I feel better. So this week, my plan with me is going to be a slight bit different. I've already got the week marked off. I am going to start, and I'm going to take this out really fast, by writing in weekly actions. The way that I plan on using this right now is that I'm going to find one thing from each category, so personal, life compass area, that I can do this week that will make me feel better about that area. So I'm going to go ahead and write in my weekly actions. Then I'm going to set up my weekly spread here using these actions to help guide me, as well as adding in all the other things that I normally track and do every week in my MakseLife Planner. And then when I'm finished, I will come back and kind of walk you through my thoughts, my feelings, my processes, and anything I've set up in here. So I'll be back in just a minute. here's my spread for the week. So as I said before, the first thing I did is I went through and I wrote some weekly actions. Each one of these actions is something that I can do to further each one of these categories. So for example, my personal action that I'd like to do this week is some kind of spa activity at home or take a 10-minute drive by myself, which I really enjoy doing that. As a homeschooling parent who, with COVID especially, I am constantly with my kids and with my family. And a 10-minute break is not the worst thing. And going on a drive, they can't interrupt the 10-minute break. So that's an example of one of the things that I can do. Financial, we were paid over the weekend and I need to make sure that I get that all squared away, make sure everything's going where it needs to go. Health and wellness, I'd like to walk on my treadmill. I try to keep my steps and my activity levels going, but I want to do some actual, no kidding, exercise and so on. So I've put all of that in here. And some of these things, for example, my work and learning, are daily activities. So I am making, as far as work, which in my mind, work and learning is basically my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my blog, that kind of stuff. I am scheduling 10 minutes every day to work on my blog. It is very neglected. It's linked in the bio if you want to see it. It's very neglected. I post maybe once a month if I remember. Mostly it's there so that I can share links anytime I'd like to. But again, I have daily tasks like that are in there, so I've added that to my habits here instead. I still have my 10-minute pickup, laundry, daily mission, and then as I went through my setup, I've added my daily missions in. This is again from the Fly Lady. I follow her system, not perfectly, but I do follow it in the best way that works for me. And I've got these check boxes here. So what I'm planning to do throughout the week, and it's still a little early, we haven't gotten into the week yet, is that once I schedule time to do these things, I will write them in my to-do list here, check them off once they're actually done. And when notes and reflections comes for next week, I'm gonna go over what I've done. So I'll go over my weekly actions. How many of them did I get done? How many did I kind of do? How many did I skip entirely? And I'm gonna write down, well, this is how I feel about it. This is what I've got going on, which you can see from 2 weeks ago. I filled up the entire notes and reflections section with just how I was feeling. So I plan to do that again. Well, I will do it this week when this week is over, and then again next week. Now, as far as the spread goes, I went in, I actually kind of did things backwards this time. I added the habits first. I added some decorative stickers. Then I went through and added my boxes. So I added these sticker boxes first for my missions. Then I drew in some boxes. I did my appointments. I kind of did it really random and backwards. But I did that because I wanted it to coordinate with my Erin Condren Life Planner for the week, which this is where my appointments are. So you can see I have a little to-do list here. That's for things that are like big ticket items that I need to do every week, such as budget, meal plan, grocery shop, that kind of thing. I just need to know it needs to be done. I'll check it off when it's done. But I really loved the way this looked. I wanted to carry it over into my MakseLife, but I used about 80 to 90% of the stickers in here this week. So I wasn't sure how I was gonna make it work here, but I think it matches really well. I'm really embracing black cats this Halloween, which again, if some of you have watched my channel for a while, you've seen my planner cat, Rusty, who is a black cat. Every once in a while, he'll jump up on the table and supervise as I plan. But this is it for the week. I'm really excited to fill out my tasks and to-dos, particularly the ones that will go with my weekly actions. So I hope you like this plan with me. If you do, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more Plan With Me videos in my MakseLife Horizontal Planner, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to tap that bell. That turns on notifications so you're always alerted when a new video comes up. Everything you saw today here will be linked in the description below, so don't forget to check that out. And as always, for behind the scenes sneak peeks on what I'm doing right now, head on over to my Instagram @LauraPlansIt. Thanks so much for watching.